Fine. So I'll share one PPT first, and in PPT I'll discuss about what is SAP is all about and how this is, what are the things, and then I'll discuss about the sales process and everything, right?
Okay, sir.
So let me share my screen. Just give me a minute. Are you getting my screen?
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay, fine. So you can if you feel comfortable, you can mute yourself. If you have any questions, you can unmute and you can speak. That is up to
Okay,
you.
okay, okay.
So we'll understand basic about understanding of ERP actually. So before going to this, that what is the learning objective of any course? What is the learning objective of SAP learning? So SAP we can learn in two levels. One is the consultant level and second is the user level. So when you talk about the consultant level means you have to configure the system, you have to do the configurations, development, everything you have to know, as well as you can use the system. Whereas users only know the using of system. Like for example, as a sales and distribution consultant, what is like if you are consultant, what you have to create a sales organization. You have to create a distribution channel, you have to create document type, you have to create pricing procedure. So these are all as a consultant work. Whereas as a user level work, what is that? You just create a sales order, you just create a delivery, you just create a billing, you just create a shipping. All these processes are on the end user level. But you have to create some documents, you have to create a sales organizations, you have to create some pricing conditions, pricing techniques. All those are at the consultant. So there are two levels which generally work in the SAP. One is the user level, another is the consultant. Now user level people work, that is I have given you example here. If public people are working in the TCS, PwC or any other consulting company, so they work in a particular project and then they switch over. Like for example, you are currently working in a pharma company, and let's consider that you are working as a user level. So your work is like daily creating sales order, creating deliveries, creating shippings, doing billings, generating some reports. All those are activities by you as an end user level. Now, when you work at the end user level and you are working in a pharma company, so after some time you thought, okay, let's move to another pharma company for a higher salary. So you can go to a pharma company only because the other guy, those who want to take you on their company, they know that you are from pharma background, so you know everything about pharma. So they will take you accordingly as per the pharma company. Now the question is, if you are working as a consultant, you can work multiple industries. For example, you are working in, let's consider you are working in TCS. So any company, any IT consulting company you are working. So what happened? You are currently working in a pharma project. After 6 months or 8 months or 1 year, your project is over. Then you have been allocated in manufacturing. After manufacturing some 8 months, 1 year, you will move to electronics and telecommunication related some project. So you have multiple industries you can work when you work as a consultant level. But when you work as an end user level, like as your case is like here. So what happened when you move to from this pharma to another pharma? So you will move to pharma company with a higher role, maybe with higher package. There you will work for some years. Again, you will move to another company with a higher role, with a higher package. Like this way, it moves basically. So that is what the concept means. The two way we can learn SAP. Now, yes, okay. So two way we can learn SAP. So here this is basically the career path of an SAP. So you have see you have three levels. So you have expert level, consultant level, intermediate level, and entry. So this is the system architect. The blue color, this is the technical side, and the green color, this is the functional side. So functional side, what we have application support, functional designer, functional consultant, cross-functional expert. And in the technical side, we have system architect, technical consultant, system designer, system developers, technical model. So this is if you see here entry level, intermediate level, consultant level, and expert level, like this way. So here, if it is a management domain like junior management, middle management, senior management, so this is actually a process of what is the career path. So this side is technical and this side is functional. So you as a functional consultant, if you work, you will be initially the support application support consultant, then you are functional designer, then functional consultant, cross functional, like this. So now question is what is enterprise resource planning? So enterprise resource planning, if I want to tell you what is the enterprise resource planning. So enterprise resource planning is basically what are the three resources in your enterprise that you have to manage. So if I give an example of like this way, so if I say you enterprise resource planning, you have you have so we have three aims basically. One is money, second is material, and third is manpower. So generally these three things we manage in an enterprise resource plan. So manpower is what? Manpower is your all human resources. That is coming under human capital management or human resource. Like now material. Material is all type of your material. So whether you are working in a pharma company or any other company, it is all type of material, everything that is material. And first one is money. Now money is the finance. So in the finance side, material side, how you are procuring material and how you are selling material. There are both the modules are there, like sales and distribution module and material management module. And manpower, that is HCM module. There are many other modules are there. I'm just giving you an idea perspective what is basically we do in the year. Enterprise resource. So enterprise resource planning means these three things. We have to plan such a way that we can use optimizations of these resources. We can get maximum out. That is called the enterprise resource planning optimization. Now, if you see here, it is written that integrate many business functions into one seamless applications. There are application systems that run on top of the RDBMS. RDBMS means Relational Database Management System. Replace hundreds of legacy system organizations who use an ERP. So, like for example, in the ERP, basically, like SAP is a big ERP, but there are many small, medium ERPs are available in the market. Now, those ERPs are very much of about this way. So, ERPs are very much available there in this process. So, if you see, like, what is that? Hundreds of details. So, like, let's take an example. Your company, you have an asset. There may be another small two, three, four softwares are also there. Maybe you may be knowing or may not be knowing. Those are used for many purposes. So sometimes what happen, a company use SAP, but they also use some small software for, so like, let's give an example, like billing. Sometimes what happen, they don't want to do billing process in SAP, they want to do other software. So they will use another ERP for billing process, sometimes shipping process. So they will do the shipping process with another ERP. So this may happen. So what actually is that link all business process automatically, reduce inter-processing time. Obviously, we need to do the processing time is very less. Maintain complete audit trail of all transactions. So remember one thing, in not only SAP, in any ERP, so let's take an example. There is a sales order you have created in sales side. You have created a sales order. I have also the authorization, so I have edited that sales order. Another person, one manager, you and me both report, he has done something. So when you open the SAP system, even when you open that particular sales order, it will show that Rohit has done something, Supriya has done something, and their manager has done something. Which date and what time they have done something, that is also recorded there in the system. So that is a complete audit trail of this everything. In any ERP it is happening. In the SAP it is very strict and very much on that part. Whereas in other ERPs also it is happening. So you have a complete audit trail who has done and what is done like this. Utilize one common database. So common database is basically what? Utilize one common database. Common database is basically what? Common database is the one database which centrally used and it uses by all people. Like there is a common database which used by all. Now perform automatic internal conversions, so foreign currency, taxes and everything, product pricing, payroll, so everything it can be automatically managed. So that we need to configure the system and improve customer service by putting data at the fingertips of any employee. So customer service also can be improved. Like in your company, say let's take an example, some director is asking for some report, weekly sales report or maybe pricing report or any report. So that can be given to easily to him. So that is a as a client it is very easy and very good for to get. So what are the advantages of ERP? Now, ERP, if I see the advantages of fully integrated business functions or modules that support business process, helps develop understanding of business process by tracking information through the processes, standardize system development life cycle, and move toward business process reengineering and centers reengineering around the software. So this is generally standard things about so how systems are getting engaged one after another, how things are moving from one to another, how things are integrated with another module. With like see for example, when you work in SAP, you will find that this SD module is integrated with finance, SD is integrated with material management is integrated with finance, finance is integrated to production planning, material management is integrated to process planning, SD is integrated to like this way all the modules are integrated if the company is using those modules. If not, then it is not possible. So what is basically SAP? So when we talk about SAP, this is I'm giving you some little sort of background about SAP. So it is SAP is a system applications and products in data processing. This is an old software company started in Germany in 1972. It's one of the largest software company and more than 1,75,000 plus employees in more than 50 countries, 6,50,000 plus customers, 30 million plus users, and more than 1,50,500 installations are there. So it's very big. Now about SAP ERP. So SAP is a client server version distributed process and presentation. So process and presentation it distributes. How we'll see in the upcoming slides. Based on R2 mainframe version, centralization of data and process. SAP ERP ECC 6.0 HP8. Do you have any idea in your company which version of SAP or what are the ECC or S4 HANA what they are using?
SAP Business One.
SAP Business One they are using. Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah, yeah.
So SAP Business One is a smaller version of SAP, right? So that is also so but SAP Business One is a smaller version of SAP. Now this
Okay.
is ECC 6.0 HP8 and SAP S4 HANA 2023. That is the current version it is actually used. Now, this is if you see this is the transitions of SAP since last 40 or odd years. So 28 and last 53 years we have this many years of SAP. So If I see 1972, SAP started with SAP R1, that is enable customers to get a complete view of their business with real-time processing of data across integrated modules for materials, procurement, and accounting. Then 1982, SAP started with R2, that is globalizations of mainframe computing. So help customers successfully manage large global enterprises on a mainframe architecture. There are certain architectural, as you are a computer science student, so you might be knowing. We take what you have done in computer science or what? Which
Yeah, yeah, computer science.
computer science. So you have some idea. So like say
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example, mainframe architecture they have done in the 1982. That is with SAP R2, and then 1992 they have started with SAP R3. So if you see here, this is the SAP R3 Internet and Client Server Technology. So
Mm-hmm.
SAP R3 and ECCs enable customers to take advantage of client server and internet technology. So basically, internet technology actually come in 1992 for SAP. Before that, SAP was there, but it is not live that much. So currently, it is what happened. So internet technology is there, so it is live. So obviously, what happened? It is everything is done on the internet and go live. So that is very smooth. If you see in that way, right now, if I say like after 2015. So in 2015, SAP started with in-memory and cloud computing. So 2015, SAP started with in-memory and cloud computing. So what is in-memory and what is cloud? Do you have any idea about cloud computing?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So in-memory is basically what? In-memory databases, if I see, like currently we are using smartphones. Currently we are using smartphones. So in the
Okay.
smartphone, if you see here in the smartphone, you can see that the smartphones are we are using at a time 4, 5, 6, 7, 8
Application.
applications at a time.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yes,
we
sir.
have, yes, we have in-memory databases, IMDb. That means what currently if you see the RAM of a smartphone is like 12 GB, 16 GB, like this way.
Mhm.
Earlier it was like 8 MB, 6 MB, 4 MB, like this way. So these are these are very highly sophisticated RAMs. Now, what are the use of this RAM? So, if this RAM is working, so what is happening is that if RAM is working highly, so you can operate multiple applications at a time. Generally, we do like we use a lot of applications at a time. Like we use Swiggy, Zomato, Big Basket, Blinkit, Ola, Uber, all applications we do at a time in our mobile. So that is one of the, you can mute yourself if you not speaking. So we are using lot of soft applications in our mobile. So SAP also started with in-memory database. So in-memory database earlier SAP was having like they are having very small amount of RAM. Now currently they are having RAM pump like 50 GB, 100 GB, 150 GB. So if you think there is a RAM of 100 GB or 150 GB, is how powerful. So obviously the processings are getting very fast. That is now in currently, so the funniest part is before 2015, SAP used to use the Oracle database because as earlier before this slide I already told you need a relational database management system. You need a database to operate an ERP. So before 2015, SAP was using the Oracle database. Oracle is a different company. They are having their own ERP. But SAP used to use Oracle databases. Now there are like all ERPs in the market. They use either Oracle database, then MongoDB. There are many other databases are there in the market. So those databases are using by many companies. So MongoDB, Oracle, everything they use. So when you talk about in-memory and cloud computing in 2015, so what happened? So 2015 onwards, SAP started with this in-memory databases. And cloud computing is basically what? Cloud computing, I'll give an example. For example, you and me, we are currently using one laptop or maybe desktop we are using. Now, in the cloud computing, what is happening is that you are not using any desktop and laptop or maybe any server. You are connected with a database, a data center. Now the data center is having a laptop configured. A computer has been configured like this much of RAM, this much of processor speed. Everything has been considered, and that is we are just connected with plug and play. So like we take subscriptions of Netflix, we take subscriptions of many. So here also in the data center we take subscription. Like I am using this laptop for maybe 1 month or 2 months, 6 months, so I'll use some what do you call some subscriptions, and that subscription will work. So this way cloud is there. So the SAP also operate in the cloud. So because cloud, see, for example, if I tell you your company is small company. So in your company, if the server is been installed in your company premises and you are operating there, it is called on-premise, on-premise software. And the same thing if you are connected with cloud, that means what the server has been kept in a data center and your company is connected to browser and internet. That means it is a cloud version. So cloud version is cheaper than the on-premise. That is the reason SAP also promote cloud versions and many companies are using cloud versions. Now this is if you see here, here you can see there are like see for example big companies they are using SAP ERP. Medium company all-in-one business by design. Small companies they are using SAP Business One. So install and running in a day, all necessary functionality. So this is small you can use. So big companies are using SAP ERP with full functionalities of there. That is what the standard. Now, if I see here the integrated business solution vendor, so if you see SAP, so SAP is having ECC 6.0 all-in-one business one. SAP now Oracle is having Oracle, JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Siebel, Retake. Microsoft Business Solution is having Dynamics, Redpen, Navisions, Expert, Solomon. So these are basically integrated business solution vendors. The Sage Group, Sage Software, Impact ERP, Peachtree, SSA Global Technologies, BEEN, BAN. So these are the competitor of like SAP's competitor Oracle, Microsoft. This is the competitor ERP in the available in the market. Now industry solution. So when we talk about SAP, so SAP is having any industry name. So here if you see alphabetically all the industry name have been written. So any industry name you have a solution for it. So that is aerospace, automatic, banking, chemicals, consumer product, defense, security, media, milk products, mining. So any industry name SAP is having a solution. That is a plus point of it. Telecom, utility, professional service, public sector, wholesale distribution. So all every industry is shipping a solution. So the solution may be a big solution, large solution, small solution, with applications, anything can be possible. Now this is the architecture of ECC. So ECC actually that is the older version. Currently also many companies are using ECC. And then the S4 HANA. So ECC is having like three-tier architecture. You have graphical user interface, application server and database. Now, if I give you an example, as you are not aware about any ERP system, if I give an example of this three-tier structure, after is the interface, application server, and database. I'll give an example of restaurant. Let's take an example. You went to a restaurant and with your family members, you went to a restaurant. You sit in the table particular. So that table basically is a graphical user interface. So when you entered there, you sit in the table, then the waiter has come with a menu card. And then you told, okay, this, you have ordered some three, four items. Right? So that is graphical user interface. Okay. Then application server, one or more help distribute workload. So application server. Now this guy, the waiter will go to the kitchen and then you will put that slip there that this you have to prepare this many dishes. Then the application server that is there, what he will do? He will do then coming in the database server. So what he will do? He will take out some item from refrigerator, take out some item from storeroom, and then he will boil it, he will chop it, he will cut it, and then all other processes he will do. and then you will again come to the table to serve. So what happened? You have given the order at the graphical user interface where all the processes you are doing as a front end user. Then it will go to the application server where all the formulas and everything has been kept. And this application server will do how? On the basis of the he will take data from the database server. That means here in the kitchen, all the item will be prepared either from database server means it will take out from the refrigerator and it will take out from the storeroom. And then he will prepare everything in the application server and then again he will come to the graphical user interface. So this is the easiest example to understand for any person who are. So any questions till now if you have?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, this is when we talk about the SAP S/4HANA transition. So S/4HANA transition is little different. So here, what is happened? So there are three options are there for S/4HANA transitions: new implementation, system conversions, and national. New implementation means any like your company is using SAP Business One, but you can use SAP on premise or cloud SAP S/4HANA solution. In that case, it will go like this. Now, system conversion, ERP system. So, if you go to on-premise solutions, it will go system conversion. System conversion means whatever currently you are using, from there you will use another software. That is called system conversion. And then coming to the part of landscape transformation. So, landscape transformation is basically what? Landscape transformation is basically like one of your region has already done implementations. On the basis of that, they are implementing in other regions. That is called landscape transformation. So this is basically SAP S4 HANA currently. So SAP S4 HANA, like earlier I told ECC is running on Oracle databases. S4 HANA is running on HANA databases. So HANA is basically SAP's own database. So this is the architecture. If I talk about the ECC, as already I told, this is the architecture as database. Then you have application and this is the presentation layer. So presentation layer we can have it this way or we can have this way through internet and server like browser and client and through network, that is through network also it can be possible in the same office premises with other companies. Then both the way it is possible. Now there are SAP software applications. So like we have many solutions: CRM, PLM, SCM, SRM, analytics, manufacturing, small and medium SAP Business One, SAP All-in-One, Business by Design. So these are the small and medium size solutions. And platforms like enterprise services architecture, SAP network platform, all those things. Module. So like we have what are the like modules in generally we use material management, that is buy, production planning, that is make, sales and distribution, that is sales, finance, that is track, and it's a human capital management, that is HR. So these are there are many other modules are there. Just there are main important 4 5 modules that I shown here. Now, if I talk about this one is not as so, what are the things we generally understand in SAP sales and distribution model? So, introductions of master data configuration, sales document, logistic execution, billing, pricing, and taxes, rate management. That is what. And the advanced topics we like contract and special process, availability to promise and transfer of requirement, consignment stock process, sales documents, advance invoice corrections, logistic execution, blocking deliveries, billing, milestone periodical, pricing and taxes, credit management, diverse sales and distribution, advance in competition procedures. So these are the things we generally cover. So these topics and below that, before that, these are the topics we generally cover, depending upon one's how much they want to learn and what are their levels on basis of that we generally solution. Now we'll understand the standard sales process. This is a normal standard sales process, sales and distribution. Here, if you see, there are three areas. One is pre-sales, sales order processing, shipping, and billing. Left side, what it is showing, sales information system. Right side is retail management and production. Now how? Now customer payment, this is red color in the bottom, that is the finance related. So pre-sales is basically what? Pre-sales is like sales activities, inquiries. These are the pre-sales activities. I am making some inquiries in your company, what are the products I want to buy. So that is an inquiry activity. Inquiry. From that inquiry, what I can ask for a quotation. That I want to buy XYZ material for this. So I will ask for quotation. From that quotations, what happened? There maybe I'll create a contract or maybe a scheduling agreement. And from there, I'll create an order. That is a sales order process. So sales order will be processed. So what happened? It will be either if it is a production planning, so production planning will help to process the sales order. Material management will procure the item. You in the production half you will produce it and you will fulfill that order. After that, the order will be delivered. So there will be delivery. There will be goods issue, and in the delivery there will be transportation order, shipment, and after delivery there will be a billing process. So billing, after the billing will be, so billing what happened, account receivable and material stock account. So goods issue, after goods issue, material stock account will be changed. What is the stock value and everything. And billing documents, account receivable. So you have to raise the invoices to customer and customer is going to pay the amount. So it is going to the finance department. So this is basically one, two, three, four step basically. Pre-sales, sales order processing, shipping and billing. There are four steps in the sales processes. Material management, to procure the item, if we have to produce something in the production planning. That means in the production we need to do something, so we have to do some procurement and material, whether it is raw materials, semi-finished products, spare parts, anything on that. So that we generally do in the procurement side. Any questions here in the sales process? This is a simple sales process. I have to understand anyone. Like I have not gone any detail on this. Generally, this sort of processes we follow in the SAP. There may be some small other things are there, but as of now, this is a standard sales process. It is happening with any ERP, not only SAP, any ERP, any company, any software. Standard process. Any questions here, Rohit?
Not yet, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So what we'll do is we'll see one. Let's go to. So I'm connecting one SAP system. I'm connecting through RDP, remote desktop, right? Now you are already seeing my desktop.
Yes, yes.
I'm connecting another remote desktop.
This is the SAP.
Yes, this is I'm connecting with another desktop. So this is desktop connecting. So this is SAP logon system. Now I'm logging SAP S4 HANA system. Right. So this is the front end it is giving. So I am opening here. I am using user ID and then I'm putting my password. So I have entered. Right. Now just I'll give an example of a consultant perspective and your user perspective. Let's slash n VA01. So VA01 is create sales order basically. Now, for example, here you have order type, right? Now, if I ask here this, now these many order types it is there. If you see here, 150 entries are there. These many order types are there. So here we have like standard order. If you see here, OR is the standard order. OR is the standard order. So there are many order type has been there. Now, if I want to create an order, what I'll do is I'll put an OR. That's all. I'll put an OR and then I'll put some sales organizations also. So 1710. I'll put some distribution channel 10. I'll put some division. That's all. Now, when we, as a end user, I am putting all this data, but who is creating this data? Who has created this sales organization? I have searched here 1710, so this many 67 sales organization already been created. This is a training system. So 67 sales organization has been created in the system. Who has created it? I'm using now. I'm creating a sales order. I'm using. So I'm
This
going to
data
use.
is random or
Pardon?
this data is random or
No, no, this is not random. This is, see, for example, the data is not random. This is basically your organizations, as per your organizations, configurations and system, this data is. This is not a random data.
okay,
Fine.
okay,
So here I have opened the sales order. Now here if I enter all those things, so sales order will be created. Now I'll open another screen in the SAP system. So I'll go to the background. Now so if I see sales document header, define sales document type. Now here see 249 entries are there, sales document type. Right. Now if I go here, if I go back, see here all the sales documents here 150 showing because others are not been assigned to something. So that is what it is showing. So here I can create a sales document type. Now let's take an example. Let me create one sales document type from standard order. I'm copying and then I'll create a test one test. So I'm putting a test order. This is just I'm copying. Yes, enter, and then I am saved it. Done. Now you can see test order has been there. Now if I go here in this field, now if I want to see 151, earlier it was 150, now it is 151. Now if I see here, see test order has come. So as an end user, you will use this one. But as a consultant, what I have done, I have created this one in the background. So like this way, if I go to the other like sales organizations, you have seen this many sales of 67. So if I go to sales organizations, so I'll go here. This I'll delete it. Otherwise, not required. Now, if I go to sales organizations, I'll show you, and I'll go to enterprise structure, definitions, sales and distribution, define, copy, delete, check sales organizations. So define sales organizations. So what happened? I'll copy one sales organization and I'll create one sales organization is test. Test is not there. So I'll create one sales organization. Test sales org. I'll copy it. Company test um, region is India. Country. This is Kolkata. Kolkata. This is 7. And then I'll go into this. Continue. I'll save it to data save. Now I'll go to here sales of. Now I'll just search that one 68 entry. Earlier it was 67 entry. So if you see here test sales. So as a consultant I have created this, and as an user you are going to use this because your work is to use this one. So this is I am giving an example of a sales order. Now there are many other areas, billing are there, deliveries are there, shippings are there. So everywhere there is certain things. So this uh, as on a user level you are going to use this one, but who is going to create? The guy who is in the background as a consultant is going to create. Now question comes as you have asked me, this is a random data? No. Like for example, it's a training system, so we can see like for example in any company if you say any SAP is being installed, so they are having they have fixed like for example, let's take an example, your sales org is Magnum Pharma, right? Now distribution channel is retail, then we have online, then we have wholesale like this. Retail, online, wholesale. Now we have division. So maybe product divisions. Maybe you have what are the other divisions you have basically? So you have a product division, so maybe direct. So any sort of this. So these are the things. So these will be shared by customers. So accordingly, you have to create sales organization, background pharma, distribution channel, retail, online, wholesale, division like this. You have to create. So that is the standard process we generally follow in the SAP system. So this way, there are many other things to learn. It's not I'm giving you because we have a demo session, so we have a time constraint. So as per that, I have share you the processes basically. Now tell me if you have any questions.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So,
Actually, it's interesting to learn.
pardon?
It is interesting to learn, sir.
Interesting to learn. That is no doubt on that. Interesting to learn.
Yeah.
And if you learn as a consultant level, na, and you, it will be very very good. So
Which one is best for me, according to you?
see, for example, you are already working in pharma company, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what happened? You if you learn as a consultant level, na, you can go to the consulting area of SAP.
Okay.
And the part is see, consultant know the user's work, but user don't
Okay.
know consultant work.
Yeah.
So when you will learn as a consultant level, you have to do lot of testing, lot of things. So at user level, automatically you will be able to learn. But as user level, if you want to learn, you will not be able to learn the consultant part
Consultant level. Yeah,
because
got it.
like for example, like after creating every sales organization, everything you have to create a sales order. So sales order creation is an end user work.
Mm-hmm.
But if you only create sales order, you will not be able to create a sales organization, so enterprise structure, assignment, document creation, pricing, all those things you will not be able to do. So that is what the process. So
Fine, sir.
what is your means how you are planning? So I'll share this recording with you in your mail. So what is your plan, and then uh, you can go to the you can plan accordingly. Then you knock me on the WhatsApp. So what
Okay.
is your plan and how how time you are means Saturday Sunday or how you are going to give your
Manage, yeah.
time. So accordingly we can do planning for this.
Okay, sir. I will let you know in WhatsApp.
Yes, yes. You let him know, and after your planning, I'll share the detail of fees and everything. What are the processes, server, everything. I'll share in the mail itself.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so
Bye.
much.